What's up, guys? I'm just looking this over. I think I'm going to have to do some electrical work because I keep getting check engine lights. And so I think I'm going to have to take it back apart again. Done it once. I took this off and unhooked all of these. Of course, everything else too. And I fixed the short that was right here in this injector wire. Or was it this one? One of these two. Anyway, yeah, I had to change the computer. It shorted it out. I don't want to have that happen again, of course. Yeah, I think I'm going to have, this one here for, this one for the throttle position sensor. It goes through into there, as you can see. So I think it's shorting out right there now. So I'm going to take the whole thing apart. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's got this, well, you see the electrical tape that's on here? It's crispy. Coming off in pieces. And some of it's melted in like a glob, you know, in pieces all along the whole wire. So you got to kind of crush it just to get the melted plasticky something or whatever it is off all. It's got to be done though, or else the thing's going to short somewhere else again and ruin the computer again, and that's $300 for another used one, or $200 or whatever. They're expensive, nonetheless. Not much to them either. Less in there than you might find in a clock radio. Well, a big clock radio. Just here, it's just got one board in there. That's it. There's oil inside of these ones. Some of them don't have oil in them. This particular model number does. Don't forget to match your model number of your computer on your vehicle if you ever need to replace it. Look at the sticker on the unit itself and match it up. Make sure you do. Yep. So, this is going to be a fun project. Oh my goodness. And what I'm going to do is get the camera set up here somehow. And I'm going to take all of this off first and then put the camera on again, you know, like show it together and then take it off, because you know there's so many videos of this stuff being taken apart. You don't need mine for that. So I'll skip ahead to this part, because there's not very many of people taking this all apart and fixing the wires. So it should help add to the pool, few of them that are there. The pooled up few. We need a lot more out there, so a guy can look at one and get a point of view, watch another one, get a separate point of view, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm going to do, is I hope to add some other points of view on not just fixing the wire, but getting the wire cleaned up and ready to fix. And it's going to take me, and it's going to be tedious the whole time, but that particular part, getting the gunk off of the wire, is going to take me some hours. I'm definitely going to put my effort into that. So a lot of it's on video, or the most crucial bits. Make it easier. I'm going to think about it. So, and if you got the same thing, look at it. Get up in there. Look at it up in here. Feel it. Does it feel crispy? Look at how these wires are really close together here. Up in under here where the heat is, they're gonna be melting together, and that's where they start to short. And it's kind of stiff, you know. You can tell it's got problems. All the tape I put on this one recently, see, it's kind of mushy still. I took all the crappy stuff off and rewrapped it in one and then the other, because some of the sheath on it along the way on some of these is getting cracked. Yeah. Anyway, so some of the wires might have to be individually taped unless I want to replace them. I don't know. I'm going to have to see how bad they are. I'm not expecting this thing to last forever, you know. The engine can be rebuilt someday, but I'm talking about as it is now. Fixing it good enough will probably do it good enough until it would be ready for being pulled out and rebuilt. That's for another year, maybe another lifetime, who knows. And there's more electrical trouble. Where does it go down? Right here it goes into there. Must be on the other side. I'm going to try to be as good here with the camera as I can. Right down where it goes down. Down here. Right down there, there's more wire going down. I got to look at it all down there and find out where it's starting to short. Once in a while it causes transmission check engine type of light, you know, for shifting troubles. It's an electrical problem. It only doesn't want to go certain bumps and things. It hits it just right and does something and causes the computer to send a light. Something's not working down there like it should. Yeah. So I got to get to work on this eventually. Probably going to be later this afternoon, I think. I don't know. I didn't get much sleep, so I'm trying to decide. I don't want to be doing something like this when I ain't got enough recollection of what's going on. Especially where I'm going to be working with these wires in here and using a blade and whatever other tools to get it apart. It's going to be difficult. Going to need some mental wits. I feel kind of exhausted right now. You know how it is when you haven't had a good night's sleep. Nonetheless, I felt like looking at it right now, just for fun. Get that part of the task out of the way. I'm not ready to work on anything these days. I have a laziness problem that I am getting myself over. It's always been a worry of mine that my sciatica is going to act up when I do things, but it doesn't always happen. So I'm hoping for the best. And trying to not be lazy, hoping for the best, and it'll get done, and I won't be fixing it out in the middle of nowhere. Not that I'm not in the middle of nowhere, because I kind of am, but this is, you know, my place here. So yeah, I want to do it where I can do it. and feel kind of secure. It's never a secure situation when you got electrical problems, but hey, at least I'm not where there's no food and water to drink. I put all of these here, just for, to remind me in case I had to unwrap everything and it ended up jumbled around, then I would know where to put it back. But lucky for me, it was, I guess it must have been this one. Anyway, one of these. Only one of them needed. Oh, hey, it's this one I put the deal on here. A couple of pieces I must have put on there. I don't know why I did that. Nah. Maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. Might put a better piece on there. They all need something like this, but yeah, somebody taped them all up. I think they do them on all Jeeps like that, but I'm not sure. It's a conundrum when they get hot and melt together. Fun, fun, fun. I'm going to have to get on this soon. What I think I'll do, first of all, is actually confirm that it's starting to short somewhere here before I get too excited. Could be a bad throttle position sensor. But on the other hand, it would be wise to make sure nothing else is going to go wrong. Oh, goodness, it's such a tough thing to think about. And yeah, it is not easy for anyone to do. But it's especially tough on a guy like me that might get sciatica. I gotta be careful so I don't. Which means no stress in my back while I'm taking this apart up here. If I'm laying on my back, I'm okay. Unless my feet are up on something. If I'm laying flat and can push up and not pull too much, it's usually alright. I don't know, sometimes it happens just because, but I can avoid it too if I'm careful. Sometimes it's not so easy though. But I'm going to be careful this time. I got to save my back so I can get all the cleaning done around here. Which reminds me, I got to get some pieces of wood to put some little side boards on my little trailer. This trailer here, it's not much, but it'll haul some junk. It has little pockets in it for little teeny boards. I'm going to go ahead and make some sides for it. And a little back gate. Just throw everything I can on it. Take it all over to the garbage pit. Whatever you want to call it, a city dump. Yeah. Oh, it's not very cold out here this morning, actually. So nothing to complain about there. Just electrical problems and my tired mind and cotton mouth right now. That happened. So, yeah, life goes on. I got a leak here, too. See that? Crud. Yes. See, where's my finger at? Let me get some light on here. I can't even see the screen because my... Gosh, dang it. There we go. Yeah, the crud. See that? That's water deposits and stuff coming down from the bottom of there. Yeah, it's leaking. Story of my life. These things always seem to leak. I've had luck with them once in a while. On the old cheap. And this new one's not very nice to me. Not sure. Maybe it's just this warped. I guess this would probably be what it is. Doubt the block head would be warped on that end. Nonetheless, I'll check it and fix it before summertime, because that'll blow the seal out when it gets real hot. Like above 230, which they do in the summertime. You get up to 240, 245 before it finally gets cooled down. After the fan, that is, after the fan. Anyway, you can hear my crow crowing somewhere out there. See 4 or 5 of them flying away out in the sky there. Probably won't come up on the camera. I can barely see it. They know something. They know something. I've been seeing a lot of changes in the way the animals are reacting. And they see changes that we can't until later. Animals are really smart. Just watch them. Realize they got it down. Boy, they got it down and they know what they're doing. If they could have hands and stuff, they could fix this in 5 minutes probably. Get together here and have it all buttoned up, you know? Here we humans are saying, okay, I gotta do this and I gotta do this. It's all complicated. Of course, I'm exaggerating just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Been a little bit worried about it rubbing through, but I think it's just hanging out there. So that seems to be alright. Hey, yay-haw. Work on this and get it out of my way. I've got to adjust the back brakes because the adjusted things ain't working. They tighten up the brakes. It's only once in a while tightening up. So you gotta pop the wheels off and take the drums off and turn the little adjusters until the drum just slides back on real kind of stiff like, and that's what's good enough. That's how Dad did it, and that's how I do it. It's a pain. But I am curious how much I got on the back brakes now. If they need to be changed soon or not. When I put this axle in, I just put those brakes right back on with it. So who knows how much there's left on there. They're probably down to a third left, I bet. So next time the fronts need changed, it'll be the back too. You change the back every 3 times you do the fronts. On drum brakes anyway, you know, it could be different with the new ones that have rotor brakes on the front and back. Seems to be alright. Right at the cold level line. You know, this, I thought this wasn't going to make it, but it seems to be doing alright so far. You can use transmission fluid for, you know, like maybe a small bit to get you by, but then you got to drain it and replace it, or else it'll char and cause all kinds of issues and ruins the power steering pump the gear seals. And also causes frictions down there that ruin other things in the gear real fast. So you got to completely flush it all out and then put new oil in, the right kind, or else it's a devastation to everything. But yeah, it had really burnt fluid, power steering fluid in the pump and throughout the whole system. And I changed the power steering gear and flushed the pump out. So far it's been alright, but it makes a little bit of a buzz and whine noise. So hopefully it won't go bad. I always have the other one that came off the other Jeep, but it's actually really, really worn out. It's been through a lot. In other words, this one's, as bad as it's been beat up, is better shape still than that other old one, which has got 60,000 more miles on it. Yippers. Alright, well, I'll let you guys go. I've been gabbing on here long enough talking about this old thing. Let me know in the comments what you think about a situation like this. What would you do? Alright, talk to you guys later.